All right, this is John Colo with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. Today I'm here in beautiful Puerto Rico, and I'm here at the Ann Wigmore Institute, where you can rebuild, rejuvenate, and reconnect in Aguada, Puerto Rico. This is a U.S. territory, no passport is required, and you could be here in the Caribbean soaking up the sun year-round. I'm currently here in the winter time for most of you guys, and some of you guys are actually under snow right now, but here it is beautiful in the 80s, and it is a perfect time to be at Ann Wigmore. Now, the reason for my trip to Ann Wigmore today is to share with you guys more about the living foods lifestyle, right? I know a lot of you guys eat raw foods, but you know, raw foods is not the same as living foods, and today we'll be hearing from the director of the Ann Wigmore Institute so that you guys could learn what is the living foods lifestyle. I want you guys to incorporate more of these things that you will learn in this video into your life. It will improve your life. And of course, if you guys want to be immersed into the living foods lifestyle and get all the benefits, I would encourage you guys to come down and stay at the Ann Wigmore Institute. You could come for a 2-week program. You'll probably lose some weight while you're here. You're going to get a lot healthier, and more importantly, you will learn from the inside out more about the living foods lifestyle. So now we're here with Carolyn Marin, who is the director of the Ann Wigmore Institute. We're actually outside the main building, and this is where actually all the food is created, prepared, and served, and also where you can stay and sleep actually in the dorms and different housing they have available here for literally the 2-week retreat in paradise you will come and do. So Carolyn, tell me more about the Ann Wigmore Living Foods lifestyle, which is actually trademarked.
Yeah, the living foods lifestyle consists of easy to digest, high nourished food. That's kind of our thing. So we use raw food, of course, some fruit, but a lot of greens and some seeds, and we always activate them. So the seeds are all activated, means they go from raw to live. And then we go another step in fermenting. So things are sprouted or activated, things are fermented to make them easier to digest, like broccoli and cabbage. And we blend and we juice. And we also promote gentle exercise to move the lymph and yoga. So there's a whole lifestyle. So it's also about being kind and loving to yourself and others. And like you said before, service and being loving, but to yourself first, and learning how to really take care of yourself, be your own doctor, and awaken the student and teacher inside you. So it's very empowering.
So why is it important for people watching this? Because I know a lot of my viewers are eating raw foods already, but they're not necessarily knowing or eating a lot of living foods. Why is living foods so much more important, in my opinion, and maybe yours, than raw foods?
Yeah, it's digestibility, you know, and it's digestibility, because raw food, I did it too for about 8 months, and it's good, it's much better, it's great, but when you move into making them pre-digested or blended or juiced, you're getting more nutrition in less surface area, or easier to eat or drink, like our energy soup. And it's activated, so you're taking in all the enzymes. I guess the key word is the enzymes. And we're growing our food here, or it's grown really close by, or it's in the garden, and fermenting, so the food is really fresh and really alive, makes you feel more alive, and helps your cells heal quicker or get balanced, get the garbage out. So it's, and Wigmore said people are sick for 2 reasons, no matter what. She said there's deficiency and there's toxicity. So this food is nourishing us, I would say emotionally too, and mentally, and so is the ocean and the sun and the moon, and then it's also cleaning our bodies. So just in that, it's the next level of raw. Live food is for life, to feel good and to really heal your body, balance your body.
Yeah, for me also, living foods is about the life force, the energy inside the food that may not be existing in like a raw nut or seed. Unless it's germinated, it has a lot more life force and energy, and I want to encourage you guys, if you guys want to learn about living foods, you guys will learn a little snippet in this little video today, but if you guys want to really learn, you guys want to come to the Ann Wigmore Institute, stay for a week or 2, come on a cleanse, and you'll be immersed in this diet and lifestyle and be taught it on a day-to-day basis where actually you don't have to do any work because they make all the food for you. You just got to show up to the yoga in the morning and show up to the classes, and you'll learn when you go home how to live this lifestyle. So Carolyn, how can somebody learn more about the Ann Wigmore Institute if they want to learn more about and even, you know, attend and come?
So annwigmore.org. We also have an online program if you can't get here right away, or call the office. So it's all up there on the web, and 787-868-6307. Call us anytime. We'd love you to come.
Wonderful. All right, so let's get into this video, Carolyn, and share with everybody out there what is a living foods lifestyle and show actual examples.
Yes, thank you.
So the first component of the living foods lifestyle we're going to share with you guys today is microgreens. Now, Carolyn, why are microgreens so important? We have some sunflower microgreens, but they're also growing the buckwheat microgreens here in the greenhouse.
Well, we're eating sunflowers, right? The sunflower that is 7 days old. So we're eating so much life force because these have the potential to grow into a plant almost as big as you, with a face
or
as
taller,
big as you, or taller, and a stem that is really thick and hard to cut. So I always think of it as eating potential, energy, you know, and I love that idea. You're not just eating a piece of green leaf. That's why these have so much more nutrition in them, because they have in them so much enzymes and nutrition to grow huge into a big plant. So the microgreens, the wheatgrass also is a microgreen that are grown in the dirt, are the basis to the living food lifestyle and have the most energy. They're also super amount of cleaning also going on because of the chlorophyll. So
it cleanses us.
It cleanses. It again, building and cleansing at the same time. Nourishing, building our body, and cleaning at the same time. So it's just a great thing to eat every day, as many times a day as you can. Any microgreen really, just organic and in good soil.
Yeah, and you guys could grow your own microgreens no matter where you live, because the microgreens like to live in the same climate and environment that we do. So whether you live in Phoenix in the summertime and you have air condition your house, or whether you're living somewhere cold and in the wintertime and you heat your house, the microgreens love it. So you could just literally get a rack at Costco and start growing some microgreens. I have other videos on how to grow microgreens on my gardening YouTube channel, Growing Your Greens. So the next component of the living foods lifestyle is fermented food. So Carolyn, tell us about the fermented food you guys have going on here in the kitchen at Ann Wigmore.
So we have a Rejuvelac, which is a fermented cabbage drink. It's pretty much like sauerkraut juice. This just takes a little bit of water and some organic cabbage blended and fermented in this climate for 3 days, in a cooler a little more. And this is sauerkraut. This is actually veggie kraut. So in here we have cabbage, only cabbage, and then we have vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and a lot of love, and just pressed down. So these are our two main sources of fermented foods. Once we make this, we can also do yogurts. So we also do, once we have this, we can do sunflower yogurt, almond, cheese, and so we make our own kind of vegan dairy products, as you will, because that other stuff is not good. So this I love too. We put a little turmeric in it, so it's got this beautiful yellow, and we got good for everything. Everything. This is good.
Now, why are fermented foods so important and consider living versus, something like you could buy like sauerkraut in the store on the shelf, right? Like, is that the same as this?
Right. So those are pasteurized. And they also are loaded with salt. And even the ones that we buy that are raw and not pasteurized are loaded with salt.
So do you guys use salt here?
Heck no.
Okay, why don't you use salt? And is it needed to ferment?
Well, no, it's not. People think it is, but it's not. This is unbelievable sauerkraut here in 3 days, as I said. And we ferment it because cabbage is a wonderful vegetable, cruciferous vegetable, anti-cancer, all the bad guys are anti. And the thing is, it's really hard to digest raw, like we were saying. So when you ferment it pre-digests it, and then it is really easy to digest because it's broken down the first level, and then you can actually get all that anti-cancer electricity or energy from it. And it also brings probiotics into the body, so it brings good flora and good lactobacillic acid into your body, and bacteria, lactobacillic bacteria. And so that starts balancing the microbiome and helping people become more alkaline. So it's really important. We don't need a lot of it, just a little bit every day, a couple of times a day.
Wonderful, and a recent research study I saw that actually if you ferment the cabbage or the brassica family plants, it actually increases the cancer-fighting ability,
exactly.
Which is actually quite interesting, and also, of course, it makes it a lot easier to digest, and you got all those good probiotics going in, and of course, the prebiotic fibers as well. So now we're at the Wheatgrass Juice Bar here at the Ann Wigmore Institute, and if you guys come to the Ann Wigmore Institute, you guys could drink as much fresh wheatgrass juice as you want, around the clock, 24/7, made with these industrial wheatgrass juices. So, Carolyn, why is wheatgrass juice so essential to the Living Foods lifestyle?
Well, because it contains so much live nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, even the B12 vitamin, it's super anti-cancer ability, and super amounts of chlorophyll are part of this living food lifestyle. It helped Ann Wigmore cure herself. It helped her cure herself of stage 4 colon cancer. She recommended it, putting it orally, in the nose, in the eyes. We put it on our skin. We make poultices, and we also do implants the other way too, because it goes up the vagus nerve and goes into all the organs, all the way up to the brain. So the wheatgrass is essential, although, if I miss it for a day or two, it's okay, but the amount of energy that you get from the wheatgrass because of its electromagnetic charge it has is unbelievable. And as you know, the other thing is a lot of people don't feel it when they first come here. They start drinking it and they feel really sluggish and tired, but it's because it's doing its job. It's cleaning. So it's bringing nourishment and at the same time cleaning really strong. That's why you don't need a lot. You just do a little bit on an empty stomach. Some people just have 1 shot of 2 ounce in the morning. Others come back here before a meal when their stomach's empty and do another 1 ounce or 2, but definitely not recommended to do a lot at once.
So I think to me the main difference between wheatgrass and juicing regular vegetables is that, once again, when you're juicing wheatgrass, you're juicing the baby greens. You're juicing literally microgreen wheatgrass blades. This is not the same as cutting your lawn and then juicing it. These are baby greens that are very tender, have lots of nutrition, more importantly that life force, because literally the wheatgrass you guys juice here is really just cut from the greenhouse that then you could put in through the juicer to have a concentrated chlorophyll green nutrition shot.
7 days old.
7 days old is how old the wheatgrass is. Super baby, where you're juicing regular vegetables that could be, a couple months old. All right, so as you guys can see, we're now on a rebounder. And why is rebounding, or is it exercise, part of the Ann Wigmore Living Foods lifestyle?
Well, definitely movement and exercise of any sort is good for you, but specifically rebounding is a way to move your lymph system. And when we're cleansing, it's really important to move it, because if it gets stagnant, you have all sorts of healing side effects, a healing crisis, as they call, where you don't feel good. So to move it, to do this, just pumps your lymph and your cells to open and close, to take in the good and let out the bad. And we don't even recommend you take your feet off the mat, just the way we're doing right now, just this little jump, which is like dancing. It's really good. If you want, you lift your arms up, you take deep breaths, you watch the palm trees and the iguanas or the ocean, and you just breathe. And really, we only recommend it to do 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you stop, but then you do it again later and again later, right? So it's not just work out and then the rest of the day you don't move. So putting more movement in your life too, if you don't want to get a rebounder, but moving your body, jumping jacks, dancing around the house, moving the areas where you have the lymph is really important. So is yoga, walking, swimming. But this is quite amazing, and there's no impact, so it really helps your body and feels good.
So I know some rebounders could cost hundreds of dollars because you get the name brand one. Can somebody just go to the local, whatever store and get a $30 mini trampoline and do the same thing?
Right, no.
No.
No, because it's not made in the way that's going to be good for your body. This is really good for your body, and that's why it does cost probably more like in the 300 range, but they last a really long time, and it's an investment in your health. And so no, the best is things like Bellicon is a good one, and we have ones that Bellicon puts out that are a different name brand, but they also sell these. But I don't know, is it ergonomic? It's made so it's good for your back. And again, you just do these little jumps. If you want to take it to the next level and really exercise, you can also do that, like I think of Jane Fonda doing a whole aerobic workout and really get your whole body toned. So it's two kinds of exercise with this. There's a limp jump, just a health bounce like we're doing, and then there's the really like, you know, getting a real workout.
And of course, you guys can't even afford a rebounder. I mean, I could say this, I don't know if she would. I would just say bounce up and down on the ground.
Right. That's right.
Better than nothing.
That's right, on the ground.
On the ground without a rebounder.
Right, no cement though.
No cement, yeah. So another big part of the Living Foods lifestyle, since I'm staying here at Ann Wigmore, is the energy soup. I think every meal I get some energy soup as an option, and sometimes I only get to eat energy soup. So tell us more about this amazing energy soup, Carolyn, that is a big part of the Living Foods lifestyle.
Yes, this is the ultimate meal. This is kind of our main course.
So what are we looking at here?
So we have a soup that's made mostly of microgreens of sunflower. It also has some buckwheat microgreens. It has a little seaweed. This is the soup part that is on top too. It has some carrots and zucchini and a little bit of rejuvelac. It's very simple, but the thing is you're getting like probably this much of these greens and other greens in this little bowl of soup where you just take a few spoonfuls. So again, kind of less surface area. You're getting packed with the right kind of carbohydrates. I also put a little sunflower seed yogurt in there, a little seaweed and little carrots and a little bit of cabbage just to chew, because some people really miss chewing if it's just soup. So it's just a wonderful meal, and you're getting a lot of energy and live food. It is easier to digest than salad. Salad, we don't unfortunately chew enough a lot of times, and so it can make a lot of gas and digestive issues. So this soup is the master, where it gives lots of energy and lots of cleansing ability, but also a lot of high nutrition.
So yeah, it's basically concentrated nutrition. Now, she did say soup. This is not heated. Actually, there's no stove in here. Right. And all they do is they vacuum blend all the ingredients in the vacuum blender to prevent the oxidation and to make the highest quality energy soup ever.
Thanks to you.
Another very important aspect of the Living Foods lifestyle is how you eat your nuts and seeds. So you guys can see we got some soaking pumpkin seeds and soaking chia seeds here. So tell us why raw nuts are actually not eaten on a Living Foods lifestyle that would be eaten on, say, a raw foods diet.
Mm-hmm. Well, raw nuts and seeds are more mucus forming and more acid forming, and once you activate them or soak them, and really we're just soaking these oily seeds. We don't really grow tails and all that because they get bitter. So just activating them makes the enzymes available to us. And so the inhibitors are released, and so we can actually get the most from them. They're not really digestible when they're just hard raw nuts and seeds.
So how long are they soaked for?
Depending on the seed and nut, but the smaller one like chia and flax are just about 4 to 6 hours. You know, and I even do it in my fridge overnight because it's nature. You don't have to really worry, but it's cooler in there and you can do it longer. The pumpkin and sunflower are more like 6 to 8, but the almond and the hazelnut, which we do for milk, they take like 24 hours, at least 12 hours. So they need more time in the water. And then they're ready, and they're easy to digest that way. And we actually promote actually blending them too, because like I said, we don't chew well enough, a lot of us. So to get it to be broken down, you know, really fine so that our body can take it in, we blend it, we make creams, or we ferment it and make, like we're making cheese or yogurt, so that it is really easy to digest and also bringing good bacteria to our body.
Wonderful. All right, so what is this next component about the Living Foods lifestyle we'll be discussing today, Carolyn?
Well, it has to do with centering yourself and being really more in nature and part of nature, because we are nature. So whether it's being out walking barefoot on the beach, or you know, swimming in a lake or the ocean, doing yoga, earthing, being in a garden, being in the sun, being outside in the evening, it's really important to trust and know that nature is what really helps balance and heal us. So I bring into it also drinking more water, making sure we sleep enough. It's kind of things that are kind of common sense, but we forget them and we don't do them. So really prioritizing our lives and being more in nature and being in our body with stretching or yoga, anything that just slows us down, meditation, is all part of the Living Food lifestyle. So it's not just about food, it's about changing your life and getting centered and getting more happy.
So the next element of the Living Foods lifestyle is
Hydration.
Hydration, wonderful. And yeah, we have a water filter here, and we're getting filtered water here at Ann Wigmore. Actually, when they make all the food and soak the nuts and seeds and everything, they're also using filtered water, specifically reverse osmosis water.
Very important.
So why is filtered water so important?
Well, because unfortunately our water most of the time is contaminated or the pipes, and so they also put fluoride and chlorine to do things to it. So we want to get the best water possible. We get hydrated from the water we drink, from the Rejuvelac, from the green juices, but we also get hydrated from the energy soup and all the microgreens and the smoothies. So we get hydrated from our food, but we can't forget to drink beautiful water.
Especially if you're new into the lifestyle, and the water helps us cleanse more effectively. Right. So now you've seen many of the different elements of the Living Foods lifestyle. There's probably a few more that they teach here that you didn't learn, that you can't learn in a minute in a video on YouTube. So if you guys want to learn more about the Living Foods lifestyle, you should come here and experience it like I am this week. I'm literally living here on the property. I'm eating the food every day, going to a few of the classes, and I'm literally immersed in this lifestyle. Now, I've been here before, so this is nothing new to me, but for you guys that have never been, you know, the weather in Puerto Rico, especially during the standard winter time for you guys, is beautiful. It's like summer weather here, and I'm here in January. So Carolyn, you want to say anything else about the Living Foods lifestyle and tell them more about the Institute here in Puerto Rico?
Well, it's just a wonderful, humble, I call it earthy and elegant, because it really brings the best out in everybody to be here. So, you know, we're doing a lot of blended foods and juicing, and we're doing the microgreens, we're fermenting our sauerkraut, we have wheatgrass, but we have this wonderful groups, I don't know why, but we attract
community.
Yeah,
it's community.
We do, both who work here and who keep coming back, like you, because I don't know, we're special. I think our founder was very special and humble. And then Lalita and Leola, amazing, and Kailash and me and all the staff are very loving people, and I think that sets the pace for everything here. So it's just a great place to get centered, maybe for the first time in our lives, have fun, be with other people, but also take time for you and really to love yourself more than you've ever loved yourself before by really pausing. Or in New York they say pause, stop, tune out everything else, and take some time to maybe snorkel or take walks on the beach, lay in a hammock, just stop. That's a big part of balancing yourself, you know, just not doing what we keep doing, getting out of that cycle. So we welcome you.
And so what are some of the testimonials you've heard from people that have gone through the program and then they leave literally in 2 weeks? It's like you're going on a cleanse, detox, but more importantly, you're being like literally, you're learning how to live this lifestyle when you go home as well.
Yeah, I mean, they just that's why I work here, is over and over, they say, I just can't even believe what I got out of this. This changed my life. And then they come back. That's who usually most of our clients are return clients. And I love that about this place. So people, all their inflammation goes down, their pain lessens or goes away. People lose weight because it's a side effect of cleansing their bodies. So some people leave here 10, 15, 20 pounds less, and they just feel amazing. Their skin is glowing. They're happier, and they feel more in tune with where they want to go next, which I love.
Wonderful. So once again, if somebody wants to learn more about the Ann Wigmore Institute, how can they learn about it, or maybe even take an online class, which is not the same as being here, but at least you'll learn a lot of the content. Mm-hmm. How can they do that?
AnnWigmore.org.
Wonderful. And the phone number here, if somebody's not into the internet, they could call and talk to somebody.
Yeah, 787-868-6307. We'd love to hear from you. Come, take time for yourself.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today, Carolyn.
Thanks.
If you guys enjoyed this episode, like the videos I make at Ann Wigmore, hey, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and share this with others so that they could learn about this amazing institute here in Puerto Rico. Also, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss my new upcoming episodes. I'll be coming out every 5 to 7 days. You don't know where I'll show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel. Make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. I have over 600 episodes at this time on this channel teaching you guys all about eating more fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. Links down below also to some videos I've made in the past, even going back like 12 years when I originally came to the Ann Wigmore Institute and made videos back in the day at that time, so you guys could learn a lot more about the living foods lifestyle through my videos. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables and sprouts. They're always the best.